Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe below so you'll get notices when I post new videos. Today I'm going to do an album share. This is Everyday Life Scrapbook 7 on my website. It is called meandmycricut.com. There's a link below so you can go there. If you like any of these pages, you can go to my website and there's a design space link for each of these so you can copy them exactly. You just click on the link and save it to your design space. So this album may have, the landing page of my website only holds 100 albums, and there's more than that. So they've been falling off the bottom, and although this is still on there, it may have fallen off if you're watching this video a few months from now. So you'll have to use the category bar along the top of the landing page. There's wedding, everyday life, Halloween, Christmas, baby, all the different categories of albums. And this one is everyday life. So if you click on everyday life, every single album in that category will come up. So you'll be able to find it that way. All right, let's begin. There's all kinds of baby and children's pages in here, a baptism, fall, whatever, all kinds. So this was my daughter-in-law. Takes the kids for formal portraits often because she knows I scrapbook and that I love to work with professional photos. So I'm just delighted to get them, and I thought these were so cute. Look at this dress. So what inspired this page is the dress, the flower on her dress. I found this image that looks very similar to it. So I just went with the she has polka dots trim, and I found a polka dot paper in the same colors. So the polka dots and the florals from her dress are what inspired my papers here. Even the frames, I did the polka dot frames too. So this white flower is like the white one on her dress. The yellow one is like, so I thought it was fun. So I just used a Martha Stewart butterfly border punch. It's a ribbon actually. And I put some little butterfly gems on it. Put a title on there. And then this is a store-bought border on here, and so is this one. I did emboss the bottom layer of this and the yellow, bright yellow, on the flower. Because it was such a large image, and this layer was so large in plain paper, it really needed something. So by embossing it, it creates a lot of more interest on the page. So you can see that that is embossed, and it does make a difference when you're looking at the leaves are embossed as well. So then I just added some gems, and these are butterfly, little butterfly gems on there. So that's that page. Okay, the kids were finger painting at home. So I had lots of fun doing this. I had this paper, one sheet only of this paper that had all the primary colors that they were using. And so I used it in the center and cut a plain sheet of paper on each side that had the same shade of green as the pattern paper. And then I had a sheet of this, so I cut it up for frames and just a border here and a block of paper there. I used Oscar and Cookie Monster Sesame Street figures on this page because it's juvenile. I love using the licensed images on children's pages if they're appropriate. And then I found a paintbrush border to put under here and just use the title Create. They were making a mess, and she's got all splattered and stuff. So I did splotches. This is Creative Memories Punch. I just did splats of paint all over the place on this page for these fun photos of the kids. I love scrapbooking my grandchildren. And this is my granddaughter. She's sitting on a car here and scooting around, so I thought she's dressed like a princess, so this is her princess carriage. So that gave me a Cinderella theme, and there's the Disney Cinderella and title. I also found this carriage image with a horse, because that's Cinderella's carriage, I guess. And then I put a little tiny picture of her in there. So I just added some florals in there and a few gems on the carriage. It's a simple page, but I like using a patterned paper on a layer if it's a large plain layer of an image on Cricut. So I did use a pattern for her dress. Such fun. Okay, scrapbooking is such a big part of my life. And for 10 years I went to retreats that this lady hosted. And I never scrapbooked my the retreats, and I would go for 5 days at a time often. So it was so much fun. We enjoyed it so much. There's my sister. She's the one who introduced me to scrapbooking. She dragged me to one of these retreats. So I did have a few stickers from Creative Memories they're very old, but they had the tools. So I created a border with their wavy border cutter. And this is a store-bought border there, and so is this. Whoops. So I just used these two for borders. And then on here I found the title Retreat in Designs. Well, this is before Design Space, so I found it in a cartridge. And then I found a scissors border as well. And I did a giant pair of scissors here. An album and just some titles, banners. So this was our space that we would craft in. I just loved going to those retreats. This is where we used to go. So I finally took my camera one time. It was Camp Luther. This is in Abbotsford in British Columbia, just outside of Vancouver, or Mission, I can't remember. On Hatzick Island. It's a children's camp, so it had a big room for meals and a big room for craft space, and all the little rooms with beds that the kids would use in the summer. We would use them in the fall for retreats. So anyway, it was just a simple page, border punch all over the place, repeating it, and some flowers. These were stickers. I actually didn't use any Cricut on this. These were just floral stickers that I had. And here's my granddaughter again. Okay, she got into the kitchen cupboards when Mom wasn't looking and emptied out cereal boxes all over the place. So luckily, her mother grabbed the camera before she started cleaning up the mess. So I just called this Busy Bee and did some bee themes, borders, and bee images all over. Just did one Cricut frame on there. Okay, they go to the cottage, and so these are some cottage photos when she was a baby. She's in a swing hanging from a tree on this page. I just did a nice, beautiful big border, and then these are all store-bought borders. then I found this wonderful image. They're under an umbrella, and I thought it would make a nice frame for these two photos. They would just tuck in nicely. And then I had little stickers of toys, because she is playing in the sand here. So I actually really like this page. And here's more up at the cottage of the children playing. There's sand. I found images of kids playing in the sand in pails, and a titled trip to the beach. This is from Life's a Beach. And then I used a star border punch on the to make frames for the photos here. There's another image from children. I can't remember the names of these old cartridges. Anyway, I love this paper. Used coordinates from the same pad. And I try to draw from my photos the colors and the themes for my pages. So green and blue, so that's why the page is green and blue. And this is at the cottage again in the summer. The kids are in the water. So, though she's by the driftwood on the beach and in the boat, and she's in the water. So I just called this one 80 Degrees and Sunny. That was a title I found that inspired this. Now this was a big a sheet with a very large print, which I just cut it all up into the each floral into sections, and then I shadowed them. I matted them on top of plain paper, and I cut out with the scissors all around to create a shadow for these. And just with the one sheet, I decorated both pages, placing them and tucked the photos in and around those the large floral. It's something to do when you have a beautiful sheet of paper that you don't want to cover it all up. That's sometimes what I do. So this is Wild by Nature, I call this. There's just out for a walk. They were probably at the cottage in the fall. And on the beach, on the rocks, with the driftwood, I found these Camping Critters has these really cute images in the woods of animals peeking out from trees. So I thought they were kind of cartoony for children's pages. So I quite like that. And then I just picked a fun title. Now this little one was having a nap on the beach. So I just love this photo. So I found a picture of Sleepy having a nap. And I put it on that page with the title from a baby cartridge. Then I just used this paper from this border I used to make this flower image. And I guess that's what was left over. So I made a border on this side to coordinate. And then I had this title in my stash, So Adorable, because I really think this is great. Now this is more pictures with driftwood on the beach. Beautiful photos. Okay, so I cut out a scalloped square in the center of a sheet of paper with my Cricut machine. And then I used what I pulled off as a border. All this part of it I used on this page, so now they coordinate. And then I added a title here and an image of it's a bird, a partridge with a branch there. Then I went crazy with a star border punch, doing frames for this and this, but then I had never done this before, so I thought I would try it. I did a border along the top of the photo, and then the next layer I did down the side, and then I shadowed it again and did it along the bottom, and then I shadowed it again and did it along up the side. So that's all four sides have a different colored star border to just create a frame for this photo. It was just an idea I had, so I thought I'd try it. So we're into the fall. This is just in the yard around the cottage, I guess. Lots of leaves for the kids to play in. And I had another sheet of beautiful paper, so I cut it all up in pieces and then spread them around and tucked the photos in and amongst them. Put a title on here called Autumn. And then this is a pile of acorns with a squirrel on top. I picked that image because it was fall and because it was the right shape to fill in this space right here. Then I took some glitter, and I guess it's Stickles, and I put gold glitter all over the place on this page. It was fun. All the pictures of my grandchildren are fun pages to me. I'm sure you feel the same way. Okay. So they're at the pumpkin patch, and so they're in a pink coat with the orange pumpkins. There's my color scheme. Had this beautiful print sheet of paper here. I loved that. So I just stuck one photo in the corner, and she's facing off the page. Unfortunately, she was facing to the to the right on every photo, so I just had to pick one to put there. Then I just created a border in coordinate papers that had these colors in it. I think it's very pretty, these papers. I'm in love with paper. I guess I never stopped buying it either. Okay, so this is a coordinate border that was on here, and I just used punched out flowers, and that's a border punch on there. So simple. And at the pumpkin patch they had a clown, so that's why there's a clown image on this page. And I just did pick of the crop for this, a title, and then I did butterfly borders and butterflies all over the place. These are with border punches and butterfly punch from Martha Stewart. Very simple page. Oh, that would be elegant edges. I do like to frame my photos, and if I don't use a frame from Design Space, I create them often with border punches. And there I just used a corner punch on that photo because it was a big empty space. Excuse me. More pumpkin patch photos. So on this page, these are this is a pattern print. I guess it went like this. I turned it sideways. There's florals in the corner, and then I added a border on top, and then a leaf punch to make 3 different mats for this photo. These images are from Simply Charmed. That cartridge has happy faces on all the images in it, so I just love using that cartridge on children's pages. They're cartoony and very cute. So I did a matching frame for this right here, and that made it a lot bigger to use up more space, with a great big pumpkin on this side. Now we have a baptism page. This little one got baptized. So Inspired Heart is a cartridge that has some religious themes in it. And so this is a church, and I guess it's a baptism, a title. I did this same frame. I repeated it here in just a different color, reversing the white and the mauve. And so I put it behind to fill this space over there, and then framed the photo here. And then I group these photos together. It makes it not so busy if you do a block for pictures. So I like that. So this is just an image from a cartridge, and then I added a floral. There's a lot of mauve on this side, so I needed more purple on this side. And it turned out like that. I love this page by itself even. So this is from the christening party after. So this is the baby. She's changed, and now she's opening presents and cards at the party. It's a very simple page. The paper was so pretty with flourishes. I didn't want to do too much. And then this is a picture of my son and his wife. And so I found this lovely, elegant, they're dressed up for an occasion. So I found these images of a nice couple. I think it's Art Nouveau or Art Deco that they're from. That's that. And then this is a birthday. Her birthday's in the fall. So this was her 4th birthday. And I love doing Hello Kitty. Maybe it was a new cartridge. There's the title from that cartridge, and there's a nice image of a birthday cake with Hello Kitty. And then this frame is from Formal Occasions. That cartridge has the most beautiful frames, and they're just so much fun. Great for children's pages too. And you cut the photo out in the same shape as the frame. I love those. Then I found an image of presents because she's opening presents here. So that's the end of this album. Don't forget, it's Everyday Life Scrapbook 7 at my website. And thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed these pages.